I picked up this little leather skiver from Amazon, and I'll be honest, it's not completely useless, but it does have some quirks that might make you question your life choices. Now, this isn't going to be me just tearing it apart, because let's be real, you get what you pay for. But if you're thinking about buying this, let me give you a full breakdown so you know what you're getting into. And if you like things to be consistent, like you're the kind of person who gets irrationally annoyed when a picture frame is just slightly crooked, this thing is going to drive you nuts. The first problem is the 2-bolt adjustment system. You have to loosen or tighten both bolts to set your thickness. And if one side is even a little off, congratulations. You now have leather with a built-in slope. It's like trying to adjust the legs on a wobbly restaurant table. You think you've got it perfect? Then nope, it's uneven again. A Skiver with a single adjustment knob would make life so much easier and save you from unnecessary game of guess and check. Now let's talk about the blade. This thing uses those long disposable razor blades, the kind that work amazing when they're fresh, but turn into a glorified cheese grater after a few uses. You'll find yourself swapping blades constantly, which is kind of like changing your car's wiper blades. You never think about it until it's way too late, and now you're just smearing rain all over your windshield. This thing has 4 screw holes for mounting, which sounds great until you realize they're placed way too close to the other parts. If you're using a standard power drill, you're forced to screw them at an awkward angle, like you're playing Operation. Alternatively, if you don't want to screw it into your workbench permanently, you'll need a very solid clamp. Otherwise, this thing will slide around more than a cheap cutting board on a wet counter. Let's say you do get everything set up. Before you even think about skiving your actual project, you'll need to test it out on some scrap leather of the exact same thickness. And I mean a lot of scrap leather, because dialing this thing in is pure trial and error. Then there's the technique. You have to experiment with different angles when pulling the leather through. Pull it straight, one result. Pulling it slightly up, different result. Pulling it slightly down, another result. It's like making coffee at home. One day it's perfect, the next day it tastes like regret, and you have no idea what changed. Now, I'm not saying don't buy this Skiver. If it fits your budget and your needs, go for it. It's not terrible for the price. I can see this working fine for belts or straps where absolute precision isn't a huge deal. But Skivers are one of those tools where there's a huge difference between budget and premium options. The more mechanical, high-quality ones start at around $160 and can go up to $300, while electric ones, those start at $450 and climb up from there. Of course, you can always just hand skive your leather. If you're working on small projects like keychains or wallets, I'd honestly just stick to that. A nice sharp hand skiver and a steady hand will get you there without the headache. That's my take on this Amazon leather skiver. Hopefully this video saved you some time, money, and frustration. If it did, drop a like. It helps me fight the YouTube algorithm. Let me know in the comments if you've used this thing before or what your favorite way to skive leather is. And if you want to support my work as a leather worker, check out my handmade goods at puredleather.com. As always, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.